Good afternoon. Let's see if I'm actually where I'm supposed to be. Oh, it's been a day. It's been a day. If I can remember. Unavailable offline. What in the world? Connect to the internet. What the heck? I don't know why it says I'm offline. Does it say I'm live for you, Courtney? Yeah. I don't know why my computer says I'm offline. That's going to be a job for Courtney. I'm going to go ahead and get started and have her come look at this when she gets a chance. Okay. All right. Today, I didn't even put in what we're doing, did I? Okay. This is a window, sorry. Okay. I have cleaned and cleaned and cleaned this thing. I hosed it off to start with. And then Courtney did some cleaning on it at the sink with just a rag and water. And then I've cleaned it several more times with Windex and paper towels. So, and then I actually used some caulking. I used clear. White, I think, would have been just as good, if not better. But this is what I used. This is so much better than the stuff that you used to have that used to keep coming out. But so you can put the cap on it and keep using it. So the tough elastic sealant for every job sticks to almost everything, anything, whatever. So I put this on last night. Hopefully you can see. Maybe you can't because it's clear. But anyway, I did another window and I did it in white. So anyway, you know, I'm the queen of inconsistency. So I probably should have trimmed more of this off, but I also wanted to make sure it held. So it's a fine line there, but it might be, that's a little tacky, but we're going to go with it. So we're going to kind of do a little reverse decoupage today. This is the back of our mirror. Hello, Rebecca. So this is the front. Here you go. I don't know if we're going to keep it wood or not. Probably won't even get to that point today. But, so we're going to turn it over. This is going to be our top. This is going to be our bottom where it's wider. So we could put hooks at the bottom later if we wanted to. We could add a shelf, whatever. So, first we are going to spray paint the back of it. So this is kind of sort of similar to what we did last week with the other, hey Carla, with the other window, but we don't have to, or it wasn't a window, sorry. It was a mirror. But with this one, you know, this is a window, so we don't have to do the stripping of the backing. So we just get into more of the fun stuff. And I did not have a chance to practice on this. It's been a while since I've done one, so hopefully it comes back to me. Okay, so I am first gonna get my spray paint. I take that back. I did start to practice on a window, and I'm kind of glad I did because, okay, actually, you know what? I'm glad that I did use clear. We'll see. Okay, I did this one. Oh, it's still tacky. Right before I came on. And you can see the white caulking around the edges a little bit. Maybe not. I can here in person. And I tried to trim it back. But, and who knows, maybe maybe you'll be able to see the clear too. But anyway, so that might be a good reason to use the clear. We'll find out when we get done. But, all right. This first color I'm going to use is, and actually, let me back up. We're going to use my gypsy paper today. So we're going to put her in there. So the paint colors I chose for her background will hopefully go with her. So this is a metallic champagne bronze. So I ideally want to kind of stay, you know, I want to come in to encroach on the paper just a little, but not a lot. Now I can see on the one I did right before I came on, I encroached a lot. So I want to be more mindful, more careful on this one. So it's not going to matter if I get it on the frame because this is the back. And it would be better if I could do this outside, but it's so stinking hot. And I didn't want to drag everything outside. Okay. And we want to move kind of sort of fast because on the last one, I accidentally let it dry before this step. And I'm already getting nervous. Where are my towels? All right, I'll just get another roll. All right, I've got a mixture of vinegar and water, half and half. I'm gonna spritz that all over where I just painted. Half vinegar, half water. Then I'm going to take my shop towel and blot. And I do have a fan going in here, which I feel like that might be a detriment now. That might be drying that too fast. Oop, there's some coming off. Yeah, I think I maybe shouldn't have the fan on this. I don't know if it's really taken off because ideally we want some of this to pull back. Yeah, I can see some coming off there. Yeah, I can see it coming off on my towel. So we want some of this left behind, but we also want our next layer of paint to add to it and show through it. I'm a poet and didn't know it. So yeah, you definitely want this wet. You don't want to spray it and run away, which is what I did on the last one. Like, I feel like this dried too quick on the top. Okay. See what other colors she's got. Okay. I'm gonna go with a, now I especially went outside in that god awful heat and got a color that I thought would hopefully work, which I didn't try it. It might not even spray. Oh, here it is. And I don't even know if it'll match, but this is a Valspar. And it's a gloss. I don't care if they're gloss, satin, whatever, but this is Gloss Tropical Oasis. Okay, same thing. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Let me stand in front of the fan. Oh, I should have had my water and vinegar ready. Trying to have the fan on here to at least help with the fumes a little bit. And again, I just want to hopefully stick to the edges so that when we decoupage on there, it will show. I don't want to have our background overtaken our main event. Yep, that's a Valspar and Tropical Oasis. Yeah, I don't know, it's old. They may not even make it anymore, so. I'm just telling you what I used, and you don't have to, you know, use the same thing. And it may not even be a perfect match to what we're doing. It's been a long time since I've done a window like this. Sorry, I'm not even checking comments right now because I gotta keep this moving. Actually, I will check. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit now before we go to the next one. See if there's anybody here. Let's see. I don't even see anything here. Oh, hello, Luann. Okay, let's see what it looks like on the other side real quick. You know, I like a good sneak peek. Okay, so that so far, if you can see that. And we lost our towel. So we might not do another sneak peek till we're done. Okay. And spray paint does dry very quickly, really, so. You probably can't see it, but I do have a fan about 2 foot away. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with some yellow next. And that might be our last color, unless I go over again with that champagne bronze color again. Okay, this is a Rust-Oleum Gloss Marigold. And I think I want to go lightly with it, but... Ooh. Okay. And our mixture of half water, half vinegar. Okay, I am gonna want to check it one more time and see if I think that I need to add some more champagne bronze or turquoisey color or anything like that. Okay. It looks pretty light. I hate to lay that down on there because it's wet. Or, you know, it's gonna stick to my towel. I really, really, really want to lay my paper under there and see what it looks like. Why don't we kind of loosely try? Ouch, 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 ouch. I don't know if I got a splinter, if I just hit the sore spot on my finger. Okay, there's our paper. Let's kind of get a gander at what she's looking like here. Okay. I feel like our sides could use a little more. I feel like I could go a little heavier. So I'm gonna go a little heavier. I got a little gun shy after the first one, so I think I might do this, go around the insides again. I think I might do all 3 colors again real quick. So again, this is Rust-Oleum Metallic Champagne Bronze. And I'm going to go in a little more. Who knows, that might be enough right there. We'll check. We have a vinegar and water to mix. Vinegar, water mixture. And I don't mind if I get a little transference from blotting into the middle. I don't feel like I really am. I would like to, but I don't feel like it is. It's drying so quick. Okay, I think we'll do another peek and see if we need any more colors in there or if this covered enough. Okay. All trial and error. At least with me. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and do the other two colors. So I feel like I can just see the champagne ring around there. So coming back with the Valspar Gloss Tropical Oasis. It's mainly in that inner circle. And to me, the worst part of doing reverse decoupage, which I don't do it very often because it makes me think too hard. That's the worst part, because you got to think in reverse. You know, whatever you put on first is going to be, is your bottom layer. I don't know, that doesn't even make sense, but you're going to see it first. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but I'm not good at explaining it because, I don't know, it's hard. Oop, that is heavy. I don't know how that's gonna go. And I don't know how next week's gonna go yet. I hope I get a chance to pre-record something, but I will be out of town. Hopefully Technique Tuesday will go on. I'm hoping I can carve out some time to pre-record something. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have a peek. And hopefully it's okay. And then we're gonna do some things to the decoupage paper, if this is good to go. Okay. We're gonna go with that because I'm tired of it. My back is killing me, so. Okay. I'm gonna leave this over here in front of the fan so that can dry so that we can decoupage here in a little bit. But it hit me today. I want to put a stencil on here. And we could put the stencil on top of the glass, but then what's the point of doing reverse decoupage if we're gonna put it on the outside of the glass, right? So, joining a little late, can you do the same technique with just blotting regular chalk paint? Kinda, sorta, but it's gonna be more opaque, I think. I mean, I've not done it, so I can't really say. Just thinking it through in my head, it's gonna be thicker and more, it's not gonna look the same. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more opaque. It's not, you know, spray paint's gonna be more see-through and give you more of this glassy look, whereas chalk paint's gonna look like paint. In my mind. That's just me thinking it through. In my mind. Okay. I'm gonna put this stencil on here. What do you guys think? Should we put it, it says Gypsy Soul. Put it down here or down the side. I don't know, for some reason I like it down the side, but what do you guys think? I think we might do 2 colors for the stencil. That'll give that some time to dry. I think we might go with some Chocolate by Fusion, and then we might go with some Prairie Sunset on top of that. So let me know, up and down or at the bottom. Whoa. Howdy, Sharita. Let me get my comments on there in the right place. Oh, good. Sharita is up and down. Awesome. At least one person agrees with me. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go. I've never done it like this before. Is that even going to make sense when we put it on there? It will, right? Yeah, okay. All right, just gonna talk myself through it. Side looks good, up and down. Okay, good. We're on the same page. Yay. I thought you guys might think I was crazy. And I was just gonna have to override you. I'm just kidding. Okay, I would have went the other way if you guys all unanimously said we had to, but. Okay. I'm just gonna stencil this on here. Hopefully somewhat straight, but no, let me stand up. I was gonna say, but no guarantees, but. Oh, I forgot. Okay, one more thing I wanna do. I have torn all the edges, all the other 3 edges, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna stencil this first while I have a straight edge. But I didn't know how it's gonna look. You know, I think all the other windows I've done, I think had transfers on them when I put the paint behind them. I don't know that I've done decoupage on them, now that I think about it. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I don't recommend having the paint right on your project either, but that's just how I roll. Yes. What was I gonna say though? Lost my train of thought. But anyway, we will, I do want to tear that side too. Oh, yeah, what I was saying, I think every time I've done the spray paint on the back like this, I've always just put transfers on the front of it. I don't know if I've ever done reverse decoupage, now that I'm thinking about it. I know I've done the spray paint on the back, but so yeah, I don't know what made me decide to do this all of a sudden. I guess I wanted to spray paint the back like we kind of did with the window, or with the mirror. Guess I could have just put transfer on the front, huh? Oh well, somehow I led myself down this road. I don't know, my mind is a scary place. Okay, that is the chocolate. Okay, so you can't see it all very well. Now I need heat gun. So I have one handy. I'm not gonna reach. If I got a plug here. Okay. Fusion dries really quick, so really should probably get a clean pouncer because that's gonna be awfully dark to go to a light color. I don't know why I only grabbed one, but okay. Now we're going to Prairie Sunset. Oh crap. Well, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna lay it back on there. Line it up. And I'm gonna go slightly down and to the left. Shaking. We're gonna hope that's good. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I got so quiet there, but I guess I was concentrating, trying not to, don't want the stencil to shift on me. Okay, let's hope it's okay. All right. Not too bad, and it's readable. So obviously when we had just the chocolate on there, you could not see it. So we added the yellow for it to stand out. Let's dry that. Want that good and dry because we're going to be decoupaging it, and I don't know how that's going to go. Obviously, if I had more time, I would let this dry, you know, for several hours, but I think we'll be okay because it's Fusion, which is an acrylic paint. It's not, you know, a chalk style paint that will reactivate with water, so. Okay, that's our front. This is our back. I have to keep telling myself these things. Okay, so it's got to be decoupaged on like that, like so. But let's feel it. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let me see if you guys are saying anything. I feel like I've ignored you. Okay. That looks good. Okay. I've done this technique, never thought of stenciling on the image. Side looks good, up and down, up and down. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm getting nervous. Okay. We're fixing to decoupage now. Obviously, I think we'll start with the side without the stencil, just to give it a few more minutes to dry, which that will be that side. Oh, you know, I'm just thinking here, you know, I talked about putting some, does that look centered? Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna tear this off because things just blend better, which I don't even know if it's gonna make much difference if you're even gonna see the edges, but just in case, I am just, you know, I've already done the other 3 sides, so I'm gonna go ahead and tear these, make these, this edge rough too. And then what was I gonna say? Don't remember. And you can wet it to tear it too. I did wet it on the top just because there was not much room before before we ran out and tore into her head there, so. But oh, what I was gonna say, talking about the possibly adding a shelf or hooks or something. I just remembered I've got some, not hooks or a shelf, but some hardware that are like, I think an arrow that are gold that might look really pretty just at the bottom, like 2 of them. I don't know if it really makes sense, but I think they would be pretty with this. I've never used them for anything else, so it might be time to crack those babies out. It's just a nice thin coat here. So I'm gonna do a section at a time. I did get notice today that my print company is officially done. So I have been low-key searching for another company, but I am having to step that game up pretty fast now. I've been running into a lot of dead ends. I wish they would have given me, I mean, they gave me a warning months ago that they would be quitting, but I wish they would have said, you know, this is your last order before my last order. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Pretty bummed. Okay. It's weird doing it from this side. I don't feel like I usually have this much squeegeeing out, so I don't know if it's the side that has the ink on it is more slick and doesn't absorb as much, so it's squeegeeing stuff out more, or what? Not any big deal, just noticing. Okay. Funny, I talk to myself while I'm working too, so I remember what I'm doing. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's been coming on for a while. I've known since April, but you know, they kept going, and but yeah. Didn't give me a final warning. Just, oh yeah, today we're done. Oh, okay. I do have a couple new leads today at least, but I did not wet it this time, but we'll try it this way. I almost feel like it doesn't need wetted on that side because it's so, I don't know, slick or saturated with the ink maybe? I don't know. You know, I was gonna say, I don't know if I have decoupaged any of my own designs on in a big size, but that would be incorrect. I have. I did the Katie's barn on a dresser. Her dresser, actually. Which that was actually on drawers, so that actually probably doesn't count. Whew, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to turn this over and see what it looks like. Okay. You don't want to rub too much and rip your paper. I've done that a couple times. Or press too hard with the squeegee and rip it. Then you're going to have to find a transfer or something to disguise it with. Sometimes you can get it to lay back down and it's not noticeable, but hopefully you don't have to do that. I feel like I got a couple wrinkles in here, dang it. I feel like I put it on too thin and it might have dried before I got it on there, dang it. Dang it, I thought it was looking so good. Well, the good thing about my papers is there's a lot going on, and I don't think it'll be too noticeable. Okay. And you could take an iron to it. I don't think I'm gonna get that crazy, but you could put parchment paper down on here and then take an iron to it. But you've got to be really careful because this is glass and you can crack it if your iron is too hot. Ask me how I know. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and seal it. And I thought about, where did I put those? I think they're over on my table. I don't know if you guys saw the new molds we got in yesterday. There's some really pretty feathers. That would have been pretty on here, but again, why would I be doing reverse decoupage and then put a mold on top of the glass? But if I had done this on a canvas or on the other side, I might have thought very seriously about adding one of those molds. I really wanted to play with those molds today. I mean, by myself. I had actually, silly me, had thought I would work that in before now. Thought I was going to get to play with those. But it was not to be. It's just been a booger of a day. Just been busy. I mean, every day's busy, but just timelines and things popping up that you weren't expecting with more timelines. Okay. Okay, I'll dry it just a little bit and then we'll pick it up. Nope, you're not the only one who holds your paintbrush in their mouth. Sometimes you just gotta. Can you suggest a tad of water to stretch? Probably could have. Feathers would still be pretty on the frame. Oh, that's a good idea. If I don't do the hardware, maybe I will. Trying to see what I did with those molds. There they are. Okay, obviously it's not all dry, but okay, everything but the leaf, or everything but the feather mold is here. Okay, I don't know where the feather mold is. Well, that's weird. Oh well. Okay, how bad is it? Oh. Okay. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, you guys can't even see her, can you? I'm trying to decide. I think maybe I need to seal it with, I don't know, do we need to seal it with paint over the back now or not? No, I'm afraid that might come through the paper. So anyway, let me shut off that light. And of course, it's got to dry. I had a friend who decoupaged her wedding picture one time. And I think it took a full month for hers to dry because she put it on so thick, the decoupage medium. But you can't see our gypsy soul very well. Doggone it. I have to hang it on the wall for it to really see what it looks like, but yeah, I'm thinking I may put some paint around there yet. Yeah, around there. I'm afraid if I put it behind her, that'll get too dark, but yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna need darker around that edge. But I'm afraid if I go too dark, it's gonna look weird. But maybe we should, I don't know what I've got in here. I don't have a brown, I don't think. Okay, yeah, that one's not squirting well. That was just a dark green, but I'm just gonna put that on the bottom just to see. I got that really thick. I don't want it to run, but I wanted to see what's that look like. Does that look any different? I think it does. Yeah, I might just go ahead and put that all around the edges to make that a little more opaque. Which I think once you put it on the wall, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, let's dry that a little. And if I ruined it, then you know what not to do. But okay. Well, like I said, once it's up against the wall, it's not gonna, you're not gonna see through it anyway, but Oh, looks like I missed a little bit up in that corner, but anyway. So you get the gist of it. I would like to do a Halloween one. But anyway, that's what we did today. She's kind of pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna look for my hardware with the gold arrows and maybe hang those down there. Courtney, you don't see those leaves molds in there, do you? I said they should have been on my desk, but obviously she's got to dry. You can see decoupage there, decoupage medium, but. And I could have, she's gagging from the paint fumes in here. Here you go. Thank you. But yeah, that is the new leaf molds. So yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah, that big one is actually, well, a little too big. I mean, it would overhang a little, which would be okay, actually. So anyway, you could use the smaller ones though too. That one would be more in line with my frame, but I think I'm gonna opt for those gold. So what do you think for the frame? What should we do with that? Leave it, seal it, paint it, well, I might just seal it if I'm gonna go with the gold arrow hardware. I don't know. Let me know. I'm gonna see if you guys are saying anything, and then I'm gonna be outie. Okay. True that, because we don't have 3 hands. Very pretty. You can see words when you lean it forward. Yeah, I saw that. I'm anxious to get it on the wall and see what it looks like. And I think I might actually take an iron to it yet. I don't like the, it doesn't look bad from the front, but I can see wrinkles in the back. But it's got drying to do yet too, so. Anyhoozle, I think that's all I got for you. Oh, and we're done in an hour today. Awesome. Alrighty. I mean, I'm just excited I didn't keep you here all day. So let me know what you guys think about the frame, and I will hopefully have something pre-recorded for you next week, God willing. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.